So you've done all the work, you're using your affirmations, you've done your subconscious reprogramming, you've worked on your self-concept, and now you want to know or have a sign of when your manifestation is going to happen. When is it going to become a reality? And I know we don't usually look at the whens and the hows and the details. That's what we give it up to the universe for. The universe takes care of all of that for us. Our job is to match our vibration with the end result so that we can line up with the vibration of what we want to manifest. But it's good to know, and it's handy to know, what are the signs to look out for when the universe is communicating to you that your manifestation is on its way, so that you don't give up. Because a lot of people, if they don't get their manifestation by a certain time, they think it's not going to happen. They then stop putting that frequency out there. They no longer vibrate in a way where they can match up to what they want to manifest. And it would usually happen just before it was actually going to be in their reality. So you don't want to lose faith or lose sight. So look out for these signs from the universe to let you know when your manifestation is on its way. So the first sign is you begin to let go. You have a feeling that you're beginning to let go of the manifestation of your intention, to the point where you may even forget about it. A key part of the manifestation process is actually the letting go. It's a bit like if you're planting seeds. You plant the seeds in the soil or in the compost, and you give it the right amount of moisture and everything that it needs, and you know that it's going to grow when the time is right. Think of it the same way with your manifestations. There's a law and a process, and you allow the universe to take care of all the details with what's in your highest and best. Because if we feel the need, and we feel too needy, and we're too attached to our manifestations, then actually we're coming from a place of lack. Because if you are too attached to the idea of your manifestations and you're actually getting fearful, or when is this going to happen? I need this to happen now by a certain time. And if you don't get it by then, you think it's not going to work. The root cause behind all of that is this feeling of lack, feeling of being separate from your manifestation. So consequently, you're actually going to be blocking or preventing your manifestation from coming, because in a way, by being too attached to it and too focused on the outcome of when it's going to happen, and not focusing on that it will happen when the time is right and just let the universe take care of the details. Instead, without realizing it, you could actually be blocking your manifestation from happening by focusing on the lack of it being with you and feeling the need of it. So exactly the same if you're in a relationship with someone and you feel too needy, if you actually let go and detach from that relationship, the relationship gets better. So too with your manifestations. Begin to let go, and you will find that your manifestation will come to you that much easier. Second sign is synchronicities, and signs everywhere you go. So synchronicities would be these events that seem to match up with what it is that you're focusing on, or what you're thinking about, or what you want to manifest about. It's almost like someone's watching you and orchestrating these events, and you think, oh, that's a coincidence. If ever you're used to thinking that's a coincidence, there's no such thing as coincidences. Coincidences are actually the synchronicities. So for example, let's say you want to get a new car, and it's a particular type of car that you want. All of a sudden, you see all of those cars everywhere you go. Even the most random times, most random of places, that car is there. Or let's say that you would like a new relationship. All of a sudden, you're having a lot of people showing interest in you and saying that you look really good. I'd like to get to know you a bit more. You're finding these signs where almost like, oh, I don't have a relationship yet, but there's all these signs in relation to that without you trying to do anything. Or it could be something like if you want a new job and you suddenly get a pay rise, or you suddenly get these job adverts appearing before you with the type of job that you're looking for. Just these things that catch your attention. You think, that's funny that I've seen that when I've been thinking about this or thinking about that. These are signs from the universe that your manifestation is known, and it is being programmed and we can call it being programmed. It's being orchestrated, ready to be with you when the time is right. But these are the signs that it's been heard and things are in motion. And another common sign linking from that to the third sign that your manifestation is coming is repeated angel numbers and things like feathers. So I get asked a lot, what do certain numbers mean? And if you see repeating numbers like 111 or 1111 or 333 or 444, when you see number sequences in the most random places, and it keeps happening where on number plates you might keep seeing the same number. If you keep looking at the time and it's always the same minutes past the hour, or if you pay for some shopping, it might be the repeated numbers time and time again. Pay very close attention to that. It is most certainly a sign. Everything is energy and frequency in the universe, and numbers are a very important part of that. And it's a very important part of communication from the universe to you. Each number and every number sequence holds its own meaning. So I would absolutely say go look up what each number means. There are different interpretations, so you can look up and see what it means, but I would always say as well, focus on what it feels for you. What is the message it's saying to you? So for example, for me, I see a lot of 44s, 444s, 22, 22, and 1111. And more recently, I've been seeing 1234 or 2134. Now, a lot of these numbers mean that you are actually in alignment. So when you are seeing a particular number, pattern, or sequence, really do tune into what that number is meaning for you. You can look up what the meaning is, but see what your intuition is telling you, because it usually relates to that you are in vibrational alignment with your manifestation. It means in that moment you are manifesting and your manifestation is on its way to you, or you are on the path that you need to be for that to happen. And this is part of the universe's way of showing it supports you and it's guiding you to make that a reality. You can also see things like feathers in random places. These are wonderful classic signs and messages from the universe for many different reasons. But anytime you are seeing a feather, it's always going to be a good sign as well. And speaking of feathers, this comes on to the next one, which is bird before land. Now, this basically means that you've received like a partial manifestation. You've not got the full manifestation yet, but it's like you've got half of the manifestation or you've got part of it and it's come before you. Now, this can be in the form of that a relationship is on its way and you're going on dates, or you find a lot of people are interested into you, but they're not quite in their relationship yet. Or again, like the example earlier, you could be going for a job and you have a pay rise, or you might actually lose your job, and which will be a bit of like a curveball, but you might actually lose your job, and then another opportunity comes up for like maybe a career move. It's like showing you like for the energy is in motion, it's been heard and it's been understood by the universe, and things are in motion to make it happen. And B, it's letting you know that you are matching yourself up. There's changes going on in your life that's making it happen to be into your reality. But what's important to note and see there is if you are witnessing your manifestation even happening partially, or somebody else that you know has received what you're wanting to manifest, this is meaning that the universe is showing you what is possible. It's showing that your manifestation is possible and that things are in motion and that you are gradually getting more and more in alignment for that to become a physical reality for you. Remember, everything has its divine timing. We're giving all the details up to the universe, because even though we want to manifest something at a certain point in time, because in our limited perspective, we think that's the best thing, in actual fact, from our higher self's perspective, it might not be the right thing. It might not even be the right manifestation, or it might not be the right time. So we want to trust and let go that those details are taken care of by the universe. I see it is that you put out what your order is, what your preference is, but you allow the universe to orchestrate that if it's right for you and your highest and best, or something even better. If in the areas that you are saying your affirmations to manifest something in particular and the opposite happens, that is a good sign, because it means that there's some action being taken. And if you think of going through the process of like the caterpillar into the butterfly, there's the cocoon period where transformation happens. And if you was to open up that cocoon and look inside it, everything would seem chaotic. There will be a mess everywhere. But everything has its order, everything has its intelligence design. The caterpillar doesn't have to do anything. There's a process which it's going through naturally to make it become a butterfly. It will look chaotic, but there is an intent and purpose behind it. So too with your manifestations. So take this as a bit of reassurance that if some things are going a bit chaotic at the moment, that's good. That means change is in place. You might have one foot in the old vibration, one foot in the newer vibration, but keep going, keep reinforcing your manifestations, keep reinforcing your affirmations and asserting your vibration in alignment with what it is that you want to manifest. With, of course, importantly, after you do that, always let go and allow the details to be taken care of through non-attachment. So these are some signs that you can look out for that your manifestation is on its way. A lot of the times people give up before their manifestation happens. Please don't. No matter how long it takes, keep persevering, because a lot of the times we're almost there. The manifestation is already in us on the energy level. In our energy field, our manifestation is known and it's there. The blueprint of the physical reality that we want to manifest is within our energy system. But there just needs to be certain adjustments that we need to make vibrationally. Certain adjustments need to be made in the world around us through energy and through natural universal laws. Again, these are the details that the universe takes care of. We want to align for our highest and best. There's a law and a process, and there is always divine timing. So we persevere and we carry on, and trust that the manifestation will happen when the time is right. Look out for any of these signs and take them as a reassurance and a confidence boost that your manifestation is on its way. So let me know in the comments below what signs you usually see from the universe that you recognize that your manifestation is on its way. What synchronicities have you seen? What synchronicities gave you the sign that your manifestation is nearly here and gave you that encouragement? But I hope that was very helpful and gave you some ideas and ways to look out for your manifestations, give you that encouragement to not give up. If it's not there when you want it, just let go of that attachment of the time of when you want it and just have the intention that this will happen in my lifetime when the time is right. If you guys like this video, please do give it a like and do consider subscribing to my channel for more weekly and daily tips and resources to help your well-being, help your manifestations and connect to your higher self. And wherever you are in the world, I hope you have a lovely morning, afternoon and evening, and I'll see you in the next video.